You guys, what is up? Good morning. It's SEMA update time. We're gonna do an unboxing in a second. We're gonna do a Stoke report. Yeah, if there's time, maybe we should do an adventure for eight bus tour real quick. I don't know. I'm gonna do a quick live update because it's been really hard for me lately to edit. It's just I keep putting a bunch of time into stuff, like too much time, because there's not enough days to SEMA. In fact, let's ask our little roadkill friend how many days there are because I made a paper chain and there's a cardboard list. Although I added a bunch of things to it yesterday, so let's take a look real quick. The garage real quick. Oh, little monument there. This is my old helmet, so I grab it and stuff and stick it out there because it's got a lot of memories. And I spray painted it the night before zip tie drags, and then like cut that sticker out on a drag strip with my sons. There's some really good pictures of that somewhere. Anyway, um, ah, okay, my phone did something weird. Anyway, it's just super funny because I brought it on a thing and we just teched it just for fun, and it was like 14 years old. It was the oldest helmet they'd seen in like a really long time. They didn't tech it, but thank goodness for supposed to be racing, supposed to be motorsports rather, who donated that. They were really really committed to keeping me safe in all this, and they could be. All right, so in fact, they hooked us up once we got the cage as well. All right, so today is the what? I wear this now to track my sleep. I get 6 hours a night because brain tumor life. Which one's the date and which one's the time? I can't scan it. It's weird. The 22nd. So, all right. All right. Well, I guess I didn't tear it off yesterday, but I did do work. All right. So let's count it up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's the. Oh, geez. Okay. 9, 10. This is the third. So that's actually the day that I leave. So 10 days, and then 11 is like I think registration, like parking and stuff, and then that's when the show starts. So I have, I mean, 12 days till SEMA. 12 days, you guys. All right, let's count the things that matter real quick. Front suspension, 4-link install with what? Where's it at? Where's my Eaton sticker? Oh, it'll be on the door. No, it's not. You know why? Oh, that's funny. Here's why. So this is a thing that happens in this world. Lucky told me this, that sometimes someone will say, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna send parts," and then like we really love you and what you're doing, and yeah, and we want to support it and whatever, or we find value in it, and then they don't show up and it doesn't happen, and so that actually did happen with Lucky, with the brake company, and then a different one stepped up and they're awesome. And that happened with us as well. We had a brake company, and I won't name them because yeah, dude, I want to leave people better than I found them, and make friends and memories everywhere. That's something we should all do. But yeah, I'm not gonna throw them under the adventure for 8 bucks. But yeah, it was a big disappointment. It was a big waste of time and energy for me and my friends to try and track down something that they said they would do and then they wouldn't. But thank goodness lead brakes is not that way. Hey, let's jump to an unboxing real quick. What? All right, here we have lead brakes. Yeah, 4-piston front caliper discs. Oh man. All right. Behold. What? They're incredible. Like, they're incredible. Oh, we'll get to all this. But hey, look. Homage to the Death Wish Hilux and Vague Industries. If you guys have seen Netflix Fastest Car, the most recent series, and if you haven't, please go see it. Josh in the Death Wish Hilux is a super good friend of mine. Like, really, we're really close. In fact, he's gonna road trip home with in the $1,000 Prius in our Geo Metro because it got abandoned in Vegas after PowerTour. My buddy Josh, after co-driving, we split off in Texas, and he took that home to Vegas, and I was like, I'll get it later. So I'm gonna get it later, but I'm still gonna be daily driving the Punish Thing because it's awesome, and I'm gonna daily drive this. I mean, all the way up to SEMA, and then that week it's nice because now I have the Geo Metro, and I can, do the slow car fast thing. It's actually a lot of fun. In fact, Josh offered to buy it from me. Yeah, after borrowing it for a couple weeks when it was at Emily's house, Flying Sparks Garage. Go check out their channel. Go check out the Vague Industries channel. Go check out Busted Knuckle Films channel as well. That's where all Josh's content is. But I've been getting like non-stop DMs on Instagram because people keep seeing and then sending screenshots of my name on Josh's truck. Josh is one of the biggest influences in my life as far as cars and really bucket list living are concerned. We were talking on day 2 after I met him on a drag strip and then slept in the same bed with him and 2 other people, because that's how rad he is. And it was on a bus. That's actually what sparked let's buy a bus and go on it. Well, I already had a dream, but let's build a bus that was the new dream. Build a schoolie. Josh, the whole truck is filled with signatures on the outside on the cab, and I got to do that. Everybody who's helped along the way, helped him adventure or helped fix the car or save him, with no expectation of anything in return, just the kindness of strangers. Many of you are those people and have signed this store, which I think is awesome. Who's online right now? I'll check in a second. Thank you guys for signing in. This is super cool. Yeah, so that was actually sparked by Josh. My signature's on the Hilux, and there's a big, like, in a kind of prominent shot. And a lot of people have been finding my story, and it's been really cool to share it, and have just kind of a flood of new people going, dude, like, I've been digging through your archives, and this is, like, making a huge difference. Here's what I'm going through. And, like, oh, man, the friendships that you and I share, and, yeah, the value that I hope to bring. I hope to leave everybody better than I found them. Like, my goal, my job is to get better and make a difference. Like that's what I say, and that's what I do. And so, or I try to, at my best. So if I've made a difference in your life, dude, comment, because that really encourages me. It really does. And I'm looking forward to SEMA for that same reason. This is a story that I think is worth telling, and I don't think it's like somehow I'm in the eye of this storm. And not just the brain tumor life, but this eye of storm of generosity and amazingness. And I want to tell the story of you guys. That's what this is about for me, making friends and memories. Certainly more important to me than any part. And speaking of which, dude, thank you to Saji and Kevin, and Jonathan, and dude Ryan, and he's a new signature on the door, who came over and did a big build day with me on Saturday. We fitted that front valance. What? If you have questions, I can answer them. And so yeah, the C clamp is an homage to the Hilux, because Josh has this epic wide body kit made out of steel that he fabricated, and he ended up welding it on at one point, but like he just had to leave for the 3K Hoopty Challenge, which is where I met him. That show is on Facebook Watch, but anyway, and I'm in that one as well, and he's awesome in that one. As are almost all of my car friends, my car family that did the LS swap and that are doing the new things. So back to Eaton. Yeah, Eaton on Hot Rod PowerTour, which was just epic. In fact, look, what you guys saw the new windshield, but look, Hot Rod PowerTour on the old windshield, and praise God, I got 2 stickers on the trip. I'm not really sure how that happened, so I'm gonna make sure that ends up on there, and I'm gonna get something like this printed, but with all 6 kids, and yeah, maybe an Imperial Toddy, yeah, for sure. With Stutters with the Z stickers. They offered to get me stickers, and I flaked because it's just hard for me to brain. This administration part of all this is really difficult and stressful. I do have some help, but I could use more. Just because, yeah, whatever. Yeah, but anyway, okay. So Eaton on Hot Rod PowerTour was like, we're gonna send you a True Track. We think that would help put some power down. And it was like, yeah, dude, let's increase the stoke to smoke ratio a little bit. And because I can smoke a tire more than yeah, dude, Finnegan was like, dude, you smoked a tire for more than half the track. It was awesome, and it was like the coolest thing ever. But it would be cool to like continue to get faster and faster with each time. I mean, it's a real race car at this point. Yeah. Anyways, Eaton sent it, but they didn't have a tracking number, and like we were going through like a couple of in betweens to get to them, and it was like we couldn't get this thing, and we had a build scheduled. I'm supposed to road trip to Tucson to do a whole 4-link suspension that Amos, you guys know, he gets highlighter. In fact, he's the one who had the idea and then did it to make weld our own subframe connector, and he welded and fabricated the side pipes, and yeah, he's done so much. I mean, yeah. So Amos is rad, and he and now James, which is, I just found out because it takes me a while to connect memories and people. So Dead Rat 13 on Instagram, he's the guy that built the 500 cubic inch Cadillac powered Remy that Freiberger bought and has been on episodes of Roadkill. I'm so honored that he's building my car. It's crazy. So he built the 9-inch that I carried, or actually, yeah, me in conjunction with Andy, who's Andres something on Instagram. He's a good buddy now. Well, he's a good buddy. He met me on the internet and then carried the diff in his brother's really awesome old Ranger that was getting like 8 miles to the gallon, and we were like worried it wasn't going to make it with the diff on the way to zip tie drags after we'd carried it to the speedway on the back of the trunk. And we had to keep unloading it to get gas because the tank has been shaved and all that, so it's all inside. Anyway, oh, the trunk, by the way, Kevin, who I just posted about on my Instagram, go back and read that on the Imperial Bleach Dad Instagram, because it was just like, Kevin has been with me, well, since before the car. In fact, the car, when I bought it, lived in his driveway for 2 years. And he's the one that helped me get it running, which was the big bucket list thing to get it to zip tie drags. And when I got sick, he like took over to make sure it still happened. And like, yeah, he's so awesome. So I wrote like hey, this is Kevin. Everybody should be so rad to him. And you guys always are. And just thank him and stuff. He's cool. But he doesn't have an Instagram, so, or a YouTube. So actually, just whatever. When you see him at zip tie drags, which we're going to, you guys want to hear something ridiculous about zip tie drags? I'll come back to, okay, real quick about Eaton. It was like we just couldn't get a hold of him, and we had to reschedule that build that was supposed to be the road trip to Tucson for this weekend. So now it's the weekend before SEMA, and it's like, and then I'll be road tripping it home and problem solving it all week while I daily drive it, and then get it ready to road trip it to Vegas. And I was like, is it a true track? Is it a maybe we lied track? Dad jokes, but it is a 100% true track. It's been installed. It actually arrived like early this last week, and they were working on it. James Deadrat 13 was working on it, and yeah, I didn't even know. They had posted a picture, and I wasn't sure if it was. I recognized my diff, and I was like, yay, because I like, me and the boys actually stripped that with the wire wheel together. There's some great pictures of them when they're like 3 and 4, and then I painted it black and then painted the cover silver, even though you don't take the cover off on Fords, just because I wanted it to look cool, because it was like, if you can't go fast, look cool, right? And that's what this car is always about, like sounding good and looking cool. Like just pop the hood and it goes over the roof and open the doors and it's suicide and all that. Yeah, now it's actually fast because of awesome people. So look at this. This is something that we're definitely going to try to make happen at zip tie drags. Yeah, you guys remember when this happened at the first zip tie drags? It was awesome. My first drag race. In fact, if you YouTube that, yeah, my first drag race is on there. It went really well on Stoke, really poorly on Smoke. And actually, Finnegan ended up lapping me in the drag war. So we want revenge. In fact, they keep changing the name of the chat where we plan our builds. Look at all this fun stuff. I'll let you take that in while I talk. They originally it was like LS swap Matt's Mustang, and then it turned to, that was like so rad, and then it turned to like get the Punish Stang to, or it was like Punish Stang to LS Fest, and then it just keeps changing it. Like I'm not changing it. And then it was like Punish Stang to SEMA, then Jaguar Revenge. So, and I had already put that on the bucket list, like, and the guys knew it, but now we're like actively making it happen. So yeah, this might even be like an unofficial challenge. I've hinted at it a few times, but like we're really gonna do that, and it doesn't matter if I win or lose. It's just because it'll be full on Stoke. That's what I said at the end of the first thing. Was David was interviewing me on the track, and I was like so stoked because I'm like, dude. He's like, you lost, and I was like, yeah. I was like, dude, but I don't know, did I? Because I just got to drag race my 50-year-old Mustang for the first time in its life, and the first time I just did my first drag race after doing like side-by-side burnouts with a hero car that I admire, and I ran my best time ever, and the best time in this car's life. And he's like, dude, you're the happiest loser we've ever met, which I just thought was super funny. So super rad. Look at Carson and I made this. That's cool. Oh, this. And he draws it all the time. Look at this. This is Liam though. This is an art project from the other day. You guys can appreciate that. Well, that was something I drew at Ohio Zip Tie Drag. So this is fun. This is funny. I drew this, and I was super stoked on it because I'm working on that. Well, this actually exists now. Punish Stang 3.0 shirts. But I was like, oh, I forgot the side exhaust, and it's in permanent marker. It was like, dang, bummer. So I redrew it. Oh, no, that's what it was. I had forgotten that it was SEMA, the 3.0 version, had a different fascia. So I drew this, and then I was super stoked on the way it turned out. But then I made some other changes and stuff in the grill, and I was just happy with the way it turned out. But I forgot the side exhaust. I was like, no, and I had to do a third version. I don't know where it is somewhere, but I had kind of just sketched that out in 5 seconds, whatever, with the kids, not that long before, and I like the way that one came out. So I put that on there, and wherever it is, you can snag that in the Imperial Beach, what's it called? Imperial Beach Swag Shop, I think? I don't know. but go look at it on the Teespring, teespring.com. So let's see. Oh, look at this. These ones were drawn by STC Doodles, a super like famous artist who I just like admire so much and has been so cool to me. He hides these. He hid one on the Mustang at Zip Tie Drags, and then he's been sending them to me in the mail. And I believe let's see these other ones I did, but I believe he's the one that is sending me the cartoons magazine, which me and the kids have been reading, and has been super cool, by the way, because reading out loud and following, like scanning with the kids at the pace they have to do, and like helping to look for vowels and special sounds, and dadding is such a workout for my brain. It's crazy. I used to get like frustrated. It's like I hate Dr. Seuss, but kind of like that reading club, and then it's gotten so much better because I'm getting better. Like I can tell the workout for my brain is really helping. So find things that feel like that. If you've got a brain tumor, I know a bunch of my followers are brain buddies, and my subscribers, do that because it's helpful. But do it with the knowledge that it's going to take something away from you, for the family, and you're going to need a nap afterwards, etc. So hey, what's up, dude? Yes, Spider Garage. Wait, you saw what? This is Ken. Ken's my buddy from like way back, and we got to adventure on Hot Rod Power Tour together, which you can watch our whole adventure on the Motor Trend On Demand channel. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. Can you, Ken? What? Like, yeah, we got like basically our story got told and kind of crescendoed the series of Hot Rod Power Tour. It was 6,500 miles in a windowless, 67 Mustang with a 5-year-old and 9-year-old strapped. All right. Like randomly jump to the Wi-Fi of a neighbor who I don't know and don't have their code to, so I guess it's just like unlocked poor Wi-Fi that doesn't work great. Dude, praise God. Yeah, actually, whatever. I'll tell you that again. Why Kevin is so amazing. They actually pay our internet bill. Like what? We were cutting that because brain tumor life ain't cheap, and then they're like, dude, that's important, you guys. Like it's sort of like it's a utility in life. So how amazing is that? We're so blessed to have people like that. So look, I found them. Eaton and Detroit. We maybe in fact, or Detroit, the actual true track, not the maybe we live track, which is awesome. So I was on Power Tour with Ken and Nathaniel, and you can watch the whole thing on Motor Trend On Demand, and you can get a 2-week free trial just to do so if you then search Hot Rod Power Tour and watch the latest season. I believe we're in like 5 of the 6 episodes, and it kind of crescendos with, and I for sure me and Ken are like a cool conversation is in it, and Emily's in it, and all these rad people. Ken's channel is Spider Garage, and I didn't get a chance to watch it, but as I was getting ready to like post this video, I saw that Nathaniel got to do his first burnout, and I'm super stoked, dude. They got the hot rod. It's his first car, and they built it together, like built the whole engine and everything. Much similar to me, they got to work with wizards that they never could have believed, like Eddie Cotto from the A-Team and Overhauling fame, who literally the guy flies around the world, and right now every day to do SEMA builds on $1 million builds. Like that's what he does, is make custom glass and bend glass and then cut it and all these things. He let me come over to his driveway, like, and did it, and with me, he let me help in it. It's not like the where you charge double if they watch and then more if they help. It was like he let me help, and we and we had the punish thing was so funny. You can watch the whole video on that because that one I finished. Anyway. Yeah, dude, so watch our adventure. It was so great. Let's get to some unboxing, shall we? There's some really cool stuff and people I want to thank. Let's check it out. So, lead brakes. Already, we showed you the front brakes. They're insane. They work so good. So good. We have, just to show you, because they're already on the car and I already showed you, but, like, this is the quality of, like, everything they do. It's so ridiculous and it looks so good. And, like, yeah, so I'm not allowed to touch these because if I lose a single part, then our build that has to happen in like less than 24 hours over the weekend in Tucson. By the way, if you're in reach of Tucson and you want to help, make sure you comment. Yes, this is the new suspension. So we got springs for the front, for the back, because we're doing the 4-link suspension, and that will drop it just the right amount to fit with the tires. And this is super funny. I ordered one of these, and I was super stoked to spend the little bit of budget I had to make like at least the one get back on there. And then I found the missing one in the old helmet when I was getting it out. It fell out. No, I remember the car was so packed at LS Fest, or rather the trip home. every part of the trip, and except for when I was drag racing and you have to empty it for tech. And yeah, it was like it didn't. I had stuffed it in there in that crazy tire blowout situation where I made a really good friend and memory with that dude who helped me on the side of the road. Anyway, oh, and check this out. I decided for safety, and by the way, go drive it. And that's like one of the best things, like best advice ever for bucket list living, and that you can take away from that. I'm keeping all this stuff for SEMA. I want to keep it like Mad Max and Battle Scarred and all that, because that's important. That's the story of this car. But it's going to be fancy and nice on the inside, and then of course like race car, you know, prepped and real. So I did that because it's pretty sharp, and I was like, all right, that'll for now. But I'm going to rivet it on because that'll be rad. But I'm leaving all this, and yeah. So check out the Vats, dude. It's ridiculous, and in a cool way. I like really like the way it looks. This is hard to get a good. And dude, I checked, and I like it was fun because I looked at Mustangs like in SEMA history, and like you can Google image this too. And like some of the $1 million Mustangs, like people have spent that much money building Mustangs apparently. That's probably because they decided to like fix things like the Punistang do to you instead of just like patch them and go drive it. Yeah, no, they're restoring them and making them amazing. Things that are different. But I like to go drive it and have fun with it. Anyway, yeah, a lot of them had like custom balances, and I thought that was pretty cool. None of them had ones modified from a Japanese, yeah, a JDM Integra Type R Mugen front end. So that's pretty rad. And like I really like the way that the thing lays in there. And so yeah, super stoked on that. Let's get to some unboxing. Look, I have to label all my drawers. It's still hard for me to scan, but then it's not hard for me to find them. And I've been really inspired. I kind of am a nervous organizer, but at least I'm doing it in ways that make sense. So this is the razors drawer, and let's just try this. Yeah, dude. It's funny. I'm always like I'm a little bit of a knife. Oh, I'm not like a nice knife guy, but I really like the knife I have, and I usually have one with me, but I lost it because that's what happens at brain tumor life. All right, dude. This actually, I don't know what it is. Chrissy said it was addressed to the IB dad, and I encourage people to do that when they send stuff, because then the family doesn't open it, and I get to do unboxings. So let me see if I can just like, set the phone down. Yeah, it was probably all shaky because that happened a bit. There we go. So I don't know what it is, and unfortunately I don't know. There we go. So I don't know what it is, and unfortunately I don't know exactly who it's from. I'm hoping that like when I see it, it'll trigger a memory. Wow, that razor blade is terribly not sharp. I'm gonna cut myself if I use that. So yeah, did you know a dull knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife? It is. That's true. I learned that when I was getting my restaurant and management. Hotel and restaurant management. I don't have 7 razor blades like whole blades. They're all like terrible blades. Oh, it's because we live 6 blocks from the beach and everything rusts. Here we go. We live 6 blocks from the beach and everything rusts. Here we go. I'll do this because then maybe you can see. And I'm gonna look at comments in a second. So for sure, like chime in. I've got a little bit of time. Christy and I have to go pick these up, but I'm stoked. And then yeah, they right, but I have to get to Cogswell Marine, the guys that did our cage, to hang out with Mitchell for a second, because I templated the whole interior for bead rolled aluminum panels. Like what? So the car's gonna be so nice, and like it's just gonna be so cool. That's so ridiculous, right? And I'll show you how I laid it out. I can't put the templates in, it takes too long, and I got to get over there because I can't stress. That really is a trigger. She chose. By the way, because I've been so stable and doing so well, we increased my seizure medicine prescription, and thinking, okay, we can handle the mental instability that comes with touching that, and so we're trying that. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi. Neighbors, good morning. And man, this is quite the wrapping job, dude. It's like when people wrap, and I love doing this. I would still do this. Wrap things and wrap things and wrap things, like wrap section. What is this? It's so like I have no idea. Oh, sick! Look at that. Oh, that's cool. you guys said, dude, that's rad. Dude, that's really cool. I'm excited about that. So check this out. We'll put. Oh my goodness, this video is getting long. Get open. There we go. There's a bolt in the hood. Part of, just a little like rattle. No big deal. So look, the vortex situation again, keeping Mad Max up there. I did this recently. Yeah, like it was really fun. It was a good project. There's no shocks in here. QA1 sent shocks, and we're gonna do that's part of our whole suspension. So we're stoked about that. So thank you to QA1. Yeah, what the heck? I have sponsors. It's a real thing. We just blacked out the surround there, and why did I open this to show you something? Stupid brain tumor. I don't remember stuff. Anyway. It looks good in there. Oh, Red Dragon Performance is great, dude. This is the new throttle body. It's crazy. It really, really changes things. Like the gateway, I call it the gateway drug to tuning, is a cold air intake, because you could like put that on the Civic or whatever, and it'll make it sound different and supposedly throttle response and horsepower. But this has serious throttle response and horsepower, and it sounds so good. It really brought back some of the feel of when the car first got LS swapped and we brought it back from zip tie drags. It was like just a wild pony. Oh yeah, the emblem. So I'm gonna put an emblem on here that I designed. That it's hilarious. Yeah, you can find that on Instagram. Let's open this. I want to keep this going, and I'm gonna bring this to Cogswell. So it's kind of good to open it anyway. This has one that has another part that I'm like absolutely not allowed to lose. All right. It's gonna be a little awkward. Camera wise for a second. Wow, people are good at wrapping. Because there's precious cargo inside. Alright. It's all rotate device. Was I upside down there for a bit? Probably. It's probably not all the way open, but at least this sounds like the Adventure for 8 bus. Open. All right, feel free to skip ahead if you're not watching this live. Get open. This has gone terribly wrong. All right, there we go. All right, this is really cool. Like really cool. This I know what it is. Okay. Behold. Just the parts I'm not allowed to touch or lose. I'll leave those in the box. Dude, it weighs nothing. This is Angry Canary on Instagram. Oh, sweet. I forgot it was blue. Dude! Wow. So this is a steering wheel that weighs nothing and is really cool. And small, dude, it's nice. It's smaller than mine. That'll make it easier to get in and out and drive. But it'll be even easier to get in and out because guess what? You pull a pin and you just take it out of here. Like, what? You take it out, that's it. Which is awesome because someone broke into the punish tank the other day. Yeah, that was crazy. And the craziest thing ever was that when they did so, like, they just rifled through everything. It was a big mess. And I was going, while I was getting the wires off my head, and for brain tumor stuff. And homeboy, I found a paper that I didn't recognize, and homeboy dropped a warrant for his own arrest. It was so crazy. He dropped a summons to appear in court. It was awesome. Anyway, yeah, he had already been arrested, like in the like 30 minutes between breaking in and that. Well, somewhere in the 2 hours, because I was in there for 2 hours. It takes a long time. So I'm really excited. You have to weld this thing to this to the steering situation, and I'm gonna get Cogswell. Well, no, I'm gonna ask them if they will do it. I also have another buddy. I think it's Guidi's Garage. Here in California, well, right here in IB, I believe. He drives this ridiculous Coyote Swap Mustang, and he's a bit of a fabricator, as you could probably tell. Or maybe, and Like the Sauce. It might have been Like the Sauce. Darn, I'm sorry for not remembering. But either way, those two dudes are rad. Yeah, he's a fabricator and offered to come help with like anything. So we might work on the mobility scooter situation, the lift. So I want to make sure that is safe. All right, so that's it. No, let's go over the list real quick. All right, because some of these things, I think we can even cross off. Yeah, real quick. All right, real quick. All right, here's the list. Interior metal. The templates are made. They're gonna roll it out. Bead roll it out. Okay, vinyl. I'm gonna order it today. I measured yesterday. Front suspension. We're gonna do that with the 4-link at the thing. Line lock is fixed. It got done with chain when we did the front brakes, and then it didn't work. So we plumbed it, but then it didn't work. And Kevin, who found out it wasn't hooked up electrically, which is hilarious. So, but I'm not crossing that off until we test it. Steering wheel needs to get put on. Treadwear letters. What, dude? They wrote. It says #PunishStang. #Stoke and Smoke, and they both have like smoke clouds behind them, and they're gonna go on the tires. We had a tire sponsor step up, but we couldn't get wheels in time. Then we did get wheels. Someone was gonna donate some, so ridiculously cool. And then a humongous, the Ford wanted to get them to sponsor tires, and so they had to put their budget there, but they still want to work together in the future. I say Burnyard. That's what I hope to do. So we'll still take them up on that. LED taillights, we got started, but I need to, where are they at? I don't know where they're at. I need to extend all the wires on that situation, so it's going to be a bit of a project. I might have to solder, which I can because someone sent me a soldering iron. You guys are so generous and awesome. I couldn't be doing this without you. I mean, this is just a regular garage, and I'm just a regular guy. I'm learning all this stuff. Anyway, yeah, rivet panel, horns, I sent those to Tucson. I've never had them, and the car's sort of dangerous without them. People just don't see it. It's like a motorcycle. Even though it's like loud and people still don't see it. It's just like a motorcycle. I want to put something around the tablet so it can just kind of live where it is. I don't have to take it out and bring it with me everywhere. I designed the shirts, so they're available. You can check them out. I'll put a link below eventually. But PunishStang 3.0 fundraising shirts. A lift. We got to put a box around the front tire on the lift. And then... That's my first exploit into carbon fiber, by the way. I'm going to clean all that up. That's really important. Oh, shoot. Oh, and then there's a list over here. Or did I move it over there? I did. I made this list while I was working yesterday. Oh, yeah, we got carpet. We're going to carpet the trunk. Kevin bought this, dude. He's so generous. In fact, Kevin bought this right after the first zip tie drags, like to help me do more. Or no, after the second one, to help me do some adventuring craziness. I might sell it so I could buy a steering box, because if I had an electric steering box for this thing, I could have power steering back. I could have my dirty dingo pulley on there, and yeah, it would really be a really cool thing in my life. We'll see. I can't really brain things like that. Okay, vinyl we're gonna order, so I don't know why it's back on there. Yeah, I have some cool ideas for stickers on the roll bar. Black out the tails. That's easy. Some of these are, oh yeah, I have a 12-volt diffuser I'm going to put into the, that'll be awesome. My car will be the best smelling car at SEMA. Oh yeah, we got Bluetooth, I got the thing, we got to hook up the stereo. We planned it out, it's rad, it's part of the templates for the rear deck and the quarter panel, or the kick panels. Dude, I got new headlights coming. Daniel is so rad, he came to help build for LS Fest. No, for Hot Rod PowerTour, he came worked in my driveway. He's going to buy these had LED headlights that he put on his car, #lemon drop, which was given to him by one of the dudes, by Josh, oh man, who was also working that day. So rad, this project rad car that he drives as well. LEDs behind the, oh, I had this cool idea with LEDs. I have a lot of idea with LEDs. I want one of those so that I can get in and out of the car easier. We're gonna paint the rear window because painting the rim of the chopped window, it looks so freaking good. Okay. I know this video was long. I hope you guys watched it because it really made life easy for me. I just got to keep my stress level low, and I want to bring you guys along on this journey. So, yeah, follow along on the Instagram because that's a more live way to do so. I'm going to SEMA. Like, I can't believe it. Not only is the car going, and there's a party at the end called SEMA Ignited. I'm going with Josh Mazerol from Vague Industries. So we're definitely going to party and have a good time. There's probably lots of tire smoke involved, and then a road trip home. So it's going to be really fun. I love you guys. Stay stoked. Leave everybody better than you found them today. And go make friends, make memories, and make a difference. See ya. How do you stop it? Oh, you know what? I could do comments. Let's do it. There it is. Yes, SEC Duels is so humble. Yep, it's all so crazy. All right, I love you guys. I really don't know how to stop this, and I apologize. There, X. Yes, I want to stop.